What's the fastest growing sport in the world right now?
Foul!
It's power slap. Men do it. Women do it. And tens of millions of people are watching it. In YouTube's top shorts watched right now, 6 of the top 10 videos are power slaps. And of course, we have a local connection.
John the Machine Davis, Power Slap Middleweight Champion of the world.
That's right, the middleweight champ went to West Branch High School and lives in Salem. Before he was the Machine, John Davis was working in a machine shop, looking into trying amateur MMA fighting when he stumbled across this about 2 years ago.
In the same forums, an ad popped up about 3 or 4 times for slapping for money. And of course, at first I kind of blew it off, and I like everyone else had seen the videos from Russia. But once I commented on it, I ended up connecting with someone, and the next thing you know, I'm in Vegas at the very beginning before anyone else even knew what was going on yet.
John started as a heavyweight, then dropped to middleweight, worked his way through the qualifiers and up the ladder of this new, exciting, and polarizing sport.
In all reality, if you're not able to take a hit, this isn't going to be a sport for you. Being, like I said, I've not taken a whole bunch of hits, but knowing from being younger, the years of being rowdy, playing football, and all sorts of fun stuff, I knew I was at least able back then to take a hit, so it was just a test at the beginning of this to find out.
Did your friends or family think you were completely nuts?
Yeah, but for the most part, everybody who actually knows me were like, that's insane, but we're not surprised that that's what you're going to do. So it was, if the shoe fits, I'll wear it.
Forget about shoes. The Machine is wearing a championship belt these days.
I'm not much of a gambler, but when I went to Vegas, I decided to gamble on my chin, and that was where I found out at the very beginning. I went out there and won by first round KO after I took a hit and was able to come back and deliver a better one.
Sure, this sport kind of looks like a street fight, but there are techniques and rules that you have to follow.
You have to make sure that your hand is flat, because there's cameras watching from above, referees watching from the side. There's all sorts of views that they're going to constantly be going back for. So your hand can't be open like that. You can't cup. It needs to be as straight as possible. And then there's a window through here where your chin line is, up in front of the ear. If your hand's huge and your fingers end up going back there, it's kind of part of the game that we're playing, so you have to deal with that. But the window you want to land in is here, and you want to land completely flush with your hand. So if you can land clean as hard as possible and then follow through almost like a McDonald's arch is how I like to try and describe it. Just up and through and over, so that way as soon as you connect, they're on the way down before you even look back.
That's half the battle. But getting hit and knowing it's coming is a big part of it too.
It's no different than when you're bracing yourself to take a football hit. There's going to be impact, and you're gonna want to be able to absorb and move through at the same time. By that point, I'm already losing my marbles up there inside my head. The walkout song starts, and I'm walking up there, and that's the point of no return. You can't. What am I going to do? Turn around and run away? Not a chance in heck that's going to happen. So. As soon as I get up there, it's a different side of myself. That's definitely the competitive side. And then, letting the animal out of the cage, because you can go up there and be as crazy as you want. And I'd say that's really going to be helpful in the long run.
So far, there haven't been any serious injuries reported across the sport. And John's been fortunate to escape unscathed as well.
You get medical check. They make sure you're good to go. If they have any concerns, they'll send you to the hospital that night and then check on you the next day. So it's not like anyone's getting left out in the parking lot if they do have an issue. I could get hurt doing anything. I could get hurt at work. I could get hurt getting out of bed in the morning. So that's the kind of thing that I know the risk that I'm taking at this point. And the same as people who box or do MMA or any sort of mixed martial arts or even wrestling, there's a good chance that something could possibly go wrong. And the only thing you can do is be prepared to come back from that.
His story is exciting and motivating to plenty of people out there. a small town kid doing big things all around the world.
I grew up in Homeworth, Ohio, in a tiny little farm town about 15, 20 minutes from Salem. So no one from out there, or even from Salem or the Alliance area where I'm usually around, no one's really done a whole lot at this level, I would say, to, get out of where we are from. So pretty soon we're supposed to be going over to Abu Dhabi and Saudi Arabia. So I'm sure I'm going to be one of the few people from this general area who have ever get to experience something like that, hopefully in the near future.
The machine still works at that machine shop these days, but he's hoping to make this a living someday soon. At the age of 31, he isn't ready to stop the slapping anytime soon, and he's looking forward to more great things instead of looking back at his current accomplishments.
I think that's something that when time passes more, I'll probably be a little more grateful for, especially with the opportunities that are coming with all of this. But at this point in time, I enjoy it by all means. But I know that I have to keep working hard to be able to maintain that status, because I don't really plan on falling off anytime soon. And I would like to have an undefeated middleweight career by the time I'm done.
Power Slap Middleweight Champion